Now, the word discretion, when you look it up, I have it pulled up on my phone here on the Merriam-Webster dictionary. It's the definition for discretion. It says the quality of having or showing discernment or good judgment, the quality of being discreet, circumspection, especially cautious, reserved in speech. So you're supposed to apply that definition to every situation that you encounter. All right? Which also goes to knowing when to be quiet, knowing when to be knowing when to speak, when not to speak, and just having a low key spirit while in the knowledge. All right? You always got to make a point. Then when you make your point, it's out of order and it's just not in sync with the spirit, you know? And that can just throw everything off, and then Satan finds some kind of way to get in there, and then next thing you know, you're gonna find yourself out the camp. You know? So I read it again. It says the quality of having or showing discernment or good judgment, quality of being discreet, circumspection, especially cautious, reserved in speech. The second definition says ability to make responsible decisions. The scriptures always speak about being a man, being wise. So these are characteristics that we as men of the Lord are supposed to take on within ourselves. Okay? And learn how to be discreet and be wise in the way we move in the spirit. So let me get another scripture here. It's not going to be that long of a lesson. Just wanted to kind of touch on some points, just kind of bring out, just kind of put that out there, man. Let me see. Jump back. We go to the Apocrypha. We go to Sirach 32 and 32 and 7. Right? It says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee, and yet scarcely when thou art twice asked." So it says, "Speak, young man, if there be need of thee." So a lot of times, like I said, man, that goes back to having balance, and having balance and knowing when to speak, when not to speak, which goes back to discernment and making good quality decisions. Verse 8, "Let thy speech be short, comprehending much in few words, be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue." Like I said, that guy that's always has to flex his knowledge, always has to show he knows, which is almost like a competition within men in your camp. Like I said, brothers broke down the mark of the beast, broke down this, broke down that, but you just gotta come and give your little 2 cents, man. Fuck out of here. All right? Be as one that knoweth and yet holdeth his tongue. All right? Verse 9, it just gets better. "If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them. And when ancient men are in place, use not many words." And you'll see that sometimes too. You know what I'm saying? You either see it or you've seen it in the past. Men get around the apostles and elders and just act a goddamn fool, man. All this goddamn talking, man. I can speak from experience. When I met the apostles, when I met Apostle Tahar and the other apostles and elders, I was quiet as a goddamn church mouse, man. I ain't say a goddamn thing, man. And the brothers that was with me too, and the other brothers I seen that was there, brothers was quiet, man. You know what I'm saying? "If thou be among great men, make not thyself equal with them." You got these men, certain men, like I said, either you see them now or you see them in the past. They swear they deeper than the elders, man. They think like they got the breakdowns by them damn self. Fuck you, man. You ain't gonna get a goddamn thing by yourself, man. The apostles and elders taught you through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They taught you, nigga. All right? It says, and when ancient men are in place, okay, use not many words. So that goes back to using discretion, being discreet, being low key, man. You know what I'm saying? Having a low key aura about yourself while in the truth. All right, I'm gonna get one more scripture, and then I'm gonna close it out. Sirach 33 and 29. Yep, this is it's gonna be my last scripture, brothers. It's Sirach 33 and 29. Be not excessive toward any, and without discretion do nothing. Okay, so again, like I said, every situation, in every aspect of your life and in the knowledge, do nothing without discretion. Okay, always use discretion. You know what I mean? Go with the spirit. Okay, which is kind of like the subtitle or topic to this video. Going with the spirit. And without discretion, do nothing. Okay, so that's all I got. Hopefully, some brothers was edified through the spirit. It's GMS Ironclad signing out.